Kate, congratulations. Kate McKinney's on the call. She is due to have her baby on Thursday, which is wild. So awesome. And she's asking, when should I start trying to sleep train? I will be returning to work in July, and I'm nervous about working from home with a newborn. Kate, I just will tell you, I just unmuted you. I also worked from home with a newborn starting immediately, and you will be okay, and you will do it. But I'm sure Arielle has even better advice than that.
Wow. Good for you. That's impressive.
I'm excited.
Hi.
Hi.
So you can't, the bad news is you can't sleep train a newborn. Newborns come out without any circadian rhythms for nighttime, like for sleep cycles. They have no established sleep cycles. They also don't even develop melatonin. So sleep is very erratic. It is, they sleep a lot, but a lot of times it's in short spurts. So it can be, you know, and the other piece of it is their bellies are so small, so they have to eat a lot.
Right.
So it's hard to say because every baby is different. Sometimes I get babies that are like, you know, you have to wake them up to feed them. They are just sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Other ones are, you know, they'll nap for 20 minutes, wake up, want to feed, go back to sleep, nap for 20 minutes, wake up. The best thing to do is remember that, first of all, this too shall pass. Second of all, you may deal with something called day and night confusion. That typically rectifies itself. Is this your first child?
Yes.
Okay. So day and night confusion basically is exactly as it sounds. They come out and they may want to sleep all day and then be up all night. The way to adjust this is really to get them into natural sunlight. So even if it's not outside, like putting them near the window, daytime I would keep bright when they're little. I don't recommend this once they're like infants, but as you're trying to get their rhythms established, get the natural light and normal sound during the day. So even when they're napping, like talk normally, no need for quiet or anything. At night, you want it dark and quiet.
Okay.
That will help to address any sort of day and night confusion. Not all babies have it, but most have a little bit of, you know, they don't know the difference. So, and there's nothing in their body to tell them the difference at that point. That's one thing that I would highly recommend. Make sure you've got a great swaddle. Swaddles are, babies often fight swaddles. So don't be surprised if you're like, oh God, he's breaking out or whatever. Do your best to find a swaddle that your baby actually likes, because they do make a difference for sleep. If you think about it, you know, when they're in the womb, they're all tight and everything like that. It does make a difference. If you can find a pacifier that's helpful, that will also work very well, especially if a baby is waking or wants to feed too frequently. Sometimes that can help hold them off. Okay. Don't let the baby sleep more than 2-hour stretches during the day. That will help promote longer stretches overnight.
Okay.
Because like if you're in that situation where the baby is flip-flopped and they've got their days and nights confused, you want to make sure that they're not actually doing that and sleeping, 4-hour naps during the day and then up every hour during the night. So if you're able to wake every 2 hours, make sure you're also paying attention to wake times in the very beginning. You don't want the baby to be awake more than 45 minutes to an hour. It's really just like a lot of times, especially if you're nursing, it's wake up, feed, change, back to sleep. It's really boring. It's just like this process. As baby begins to wake up a little bit, then you can start to incorporate some tummy time and things like that. But wake times don't start to stretch out a little bit past an hour until 6 to 8 weeks. And I think that's something that people often don't realize. And then the baby, as I was talking about babies being overtired, the baby fights sleep because they're overtired. So that's one way to avoid it. Also, the similar thing, I'm sure you've heard about the witching hour. Mm-hmm. One of the best ways to try to avoid that is by getting your baby down to sleep a little bit earlier. experts sort of disagree on, they can't come to a consensus on what causes the witching hour. Some believe it's just a normal developmental thing for newborns. Others believe it's because they're hungrier in the evenings, especially with nursing moms. Supply goes down a little bit by evening. Others believe it's because the child grows overtired throughout the day. But if you can start to see signs of, the baby getting crankier, it's not unheard of to try and put them to bed a little bit sooner. You don't have to try and keep them up till, when you would go to bed, 9 o'clock or something like that. I had something else I was going to say, and now it slipped my mind. Something about
my favorite mantra on that, Kate, that's so easy to remember when you're sleep deprived, is just to keep telling yourself, sleep begets sleep. Like keep them sleeping, keep them sleeping, keep them sleeping.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing to remember when you're losing your own mind.
Yeah. Gosh, what was I going to tell you about? I don't remember. Do you have any specific questions about newborn sleep?
I don't think so. I just was just wondering at what age, I guess, do I really start kind of focusing in on?
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, oh no, am I creating bad habits, things like that. I always look at it as sort of survival period. You just kind of have to get through it. I have newborn clients, and generally speaking, what that is just really guiding people and letting people know what's normal, and sort of working through situations. But honestly, a lot of things are just so biological that there's not much we can do. I start to work with people around the 3 or 3.5 month mark. That's when you can start to sort of see normal sleep rhythms start to take place. And that's when you can really start to do some work to get a baby on a real schedule and get them sleeping better overnight and then for naps.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Kate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Good luck.